Well, this is something we found out when we were in England, that renting a trailer in England is really, really difficult, whereas in Sweden, yeah, pretty much every petrol station has got trailers that you can rent. So you've got things like that one, which is quite a big one, that you can put your furniture and stuff like that in, and it's all covered up. Then you've got an open trailer like that, and you've got a car trailer like this one, or another slightly smaller covered trailer. Hi there guys, welcome to another episode. As you can see, I've got a trailer. Now that means I've got another car on the go. So I've been on Marketplace and I found another car. So we're going to go pick it up today. I'm not going to tell you too much more about it other than that. I'll let it come out in the film in a few minutes. I've got a plan for this car. One of two things is going to happen with it. I'll explain that in a little bit. But first, we're going to drive about an hour and a half, slightly north and slightly inland. Pretty much neighbours with where I picked Alice up from. So it's about an hour and a half's drive. Mrs. the mechanic and I are in the car. We've got loaded up, got a nice drink. Mrs. the mechanic's bought this, I don't know what that is, it's kind of some see-through liquid, but God knows. I've got obviously trusty Pepsi, we need that. So yeah, an hour and a half. I'm going to get some film of some nice beautiful Swedish scenery on the way and hopefully on the way back. But I'll catch up with you guys in a few seconds when we get there. I found this one on Marketplace a few weeks ago, and the guy basically wants to get rid of it off his garden. So I said to him that I'd give him an offer on it. As you can see, we towed it up onto the trailer, so it's a non-runner. The guy says it's the ignition module. I'm not sure about that. When I get back to the workshop, I'll check it up to make sure what it is that's actually wrong with it. But it doesn't actually run, it doesn't start. So we'll find out what's wrong with it. So we're going to, first thing, get it running. It also needs a bit of a wash. It's been stood since, its last MOT was 2019. So it's not been run for a while. So I need to get it up in the air. I want to check things like brake lines and hoses and things like that. Anything like that needs changing, they'll get changed. Got a bit of a fade in the bodywork on the right rear panel. The rear bumper, all the clear coat has kind of peeled off. So there's almost nothing left of that. So the rear bumper definitely needs a respray. It's got a bit of a mark on the back there. There are kind of slight, I don't know if you can see it on the film, but there are kind of bits of damage in the clear coat here, there and everywhere on it. But the biggest problem really is going to be that, and this is where the paint has actually peeled off. It looks like somebody's tried to fix it at some point, but done a really crap job of it. So this quarter definitely needs a respray. It does have a very tiny hole there in the seals. I can't see anything else at the moment, but I've not got it up on the lift. It does actually look like it's got a set of new springs in there. I'm quite happy about that. Bodywork wise, other than that, apart from this quarter panel, the little bit of welding down there, bit of rear paint on the bumper here, and possibly that'll polish up. If not, then it needs both rear quarters, probably needs the rear end painting, to be quite honest. Other than that, it doesn't look too bad. Like I say, when I get it up on a lift, I'll be able to look more closely underneath it. And it's basically if the seals are gone or anything like that. These cars don't normally tend to rust up here, so I'm hoping that that's what it's going to be. Now inside the car, it's not too bad. It is obviously the absolute base model. It's got windy windows, it's got manual locking, no central locking. The car has done almost no miles. It's done 190,000 kilometers. I'll put that up on the screen what it is in miles because I have no idea. But like I say, it's the base model of this car. Seats, not too bad. Obviously they've had a dog in here, so it needs to clean the seats too, but they're quite nice. They do what they're supposed to do. They look, actually the interior looks quite nice. There might be a little bit of mould on that side, but other than that, I mean, the interior is quite nice, to be honest. I quite like it. It's even got half a tank of petrol in it, so that's quite good. But the interior, as you can see, it's got quite a nice interior. It's a bit dirty, needs a clean, but I'm not too worried about that. But other than that, it's all right. It's a nice car. Headlining, dirty, but there. It's not falling down, not sagging or anything like that. So the inside of this car is really, really nice. The outside is what's letting it down, but hopefully that's not going to be too much of a big job. Engine bay. It's absolutely filthy. It's been living under, I don't know what, a tree or a forest or something. There is leaves and God knows what else everywhere. So it's definitely going to have a wash under here and a clean out. But the engine itself doesn't look too bad. It's probably going to need a quick oil and filter change on it, as it's not been run for ages. But like I say, it's the 1.3 engine. Quite a nice little engine. They run quite nicely, these do. Nice cheap runabout for somebody, and it looks fairly solid under here. I can't see any damage. There's no wings that are rotted out. I can't see the inner wings rotted out. I can't see anything along here that's rotted out either, so I think it's kind of done really well for the rust wise. It's all going to depend on what's underneath it. Right, so the plans with this car then, like I said in the beginning, there are two options with this car. The first one, and that's kind of plan A, is to flip it, and that's basically get it sorted, get it nice, and hopefully sell it on. If I can, make a bit of profit, and that money I can put back into Alice, or even Millie, one of the two. That's kind of plan A. If that turns out to be too expensive and I can't earn any money on it, then plan B is going to be to take whatever I need of it. If it turns out that it's too much money to repair it, to get it back on the road, to be able to sell it for any kind of profit, then I will be taking the parts that I need off of it. And basically that at the moment is the seats. I'm finding difficulty getting hold of seats. They are so ridiculously expensive in Sweden. I mean, they're charging like £500 per seat to get up here, which is just ridiculous. So basically plan B will be take the seats off of this, put them in Alice. The seats, as you've seen, the interior, it's quite nice. It's not too bad at all. Now, so far, the costs that I've got in this car has cost me about £80 so far. I didn't want to give the guy too much money, bearing in mind it's not been run since 2019. I don't know what it looks like underneath. It's a non-runner. I don't know what the problem is, and I have to come and get it. So I didn't want to pay more than the £80 that I paid for it. So I think I've got a good deal on the car. The initial price for buying the car I think is a good price. It's going to be now what it costs to get it back on the road and get it running and get it MOT'd and things like that. If I can sell it, or if I can sell it for a profit. If not, like I say, it'll only cost me 80 quid and I've got a set of seats for the car. So I don't really want to go plan B, but if I don't have any choice, then that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to get it home now. We get to stop in some of these beautiful areas. Look at that view. This is the Swedish wilderness. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful to stand out here. So that's the Fiesta unloaded from the trailer. Now the front brakes are sticking on, so I need to get it in the workshop, get the front brakes at least sorted out so I can get it in and out. Battery's totally dead, so I'm going to put that on charge, see if that helps. But then I'm going to get it up in the air. That's what's going to be the deciding factor as to whether I take the seats out and scrap her, or if I start to fix her and hopefully sell her on for a profit. But we'll do that in the next video. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, and bye bye.